Hi there, you're watching Times Network. I'm Meghna Dekha. As India's soft power rises globally, it's perhaps very apt to have with us today a person who has represented India in the world. We have with us none other than Miss Universe 2021, Harnaaz Sandhu. Harnaaz, what a pleasure it is to have you here today, back with the Times Network. In fact, last time I spoke to you, that was in December, when you were just about to head to Miss Universe's headquarters in New York. You were very ambitious about what all you want to do. You were a beauty on a mission. You spoke very eloquently about how you wanted to take India's philosophy and culture to the world. How has your journey been so far?
Well, Meghna, it's such a pleasure to be here. It's my first interview at the studio, and I'm so happy to be back in India and to celebrate this big win with the whole India. And I think it's just the empowerment that I learned from my mom. She was the one who created the woman inside me and ignited the fire that I want to do something to serve the whole universe and to bring changes in the society, especially regarding women empowerment and spreading awareness. So I think it just became unstoppable and kept going, and I had your support, your love. So finally we got the crown after 21 years.
Helps to have over 1 billion people cheering for you.
Oh yes, well, what else do you want when 1.4 billion people are supporting you, sending you love, calling you lioness? It's such a beautiful moment for me.
Well, of course, you brought the crown back home after many years. How does it feel to put India back on center stage at the world stage?
It's a huge honor for me to represent my country and 1.4 billion people of my country, and to represent the culture, communities, and everything that is related to it. India is a diverse country, and at the same time witnessing the beauties of the whole world and learning from their cultures, their strengths, how every girl who came with one ambition to bring a change in the society. It takes a lot of guts to represent yourself and your country. And my life has actually changed from upside down. I was a girl next door to becoming the woman and representing Chandigarh when I was just 17, then representing Punjab, representing India, and now to represent the whole universe and to represent all the women of all color. And it's a huge thing for me.
Well, that comes with so much of a responsibility, doesn't it? In fact, with India's initiatives in health and vaccination and pandemic management, the world has been looking up to India to take a stance on many of these global issues. How has your experience been? How do you think the world today perceives India?
India is actually, not only because I belong from India, that's why, but it is really dearest to the whole world. And I witnessed that when I was sharing that big platform with other countries and all the girls. India is definitely known for its culture, its Ayurvedic solutions, the meditation camps and everything. But along with that, being a student of public administration, I've learned about the fact that India has the largest constitution, and it plays a very important part in the economic of the globe and industries and so many things that India has been contributing to the whole world. And it's such a pleasure for me when people used to call me India and how they used to discuss the whole segment of India and how it is contributing to the world. I think it makes me more responsible towards being the citizen of my country and giving back to the whole globe.
In fact, it's very interesting that you say that now, because especially in current times, we are living in a very volatile world, from COVID to the current geopolitical crisis in Europe that we've seen. It has added to the human tragedies which have been piling up. How can India lead with an example, with our values and our value system?
I think along with having the largest legislation, India has a long faith in the judiciary system at the same time. And whenever a law is made, we have that faith in the whole three-tier system of our country. And I think the execution and everything that India has been playing the role, not only in our country, but a lot of other countries are looking up to it. And they grab that how India has been coping up with all the crisis and coming back. Definitely during COVID, when every country was hit badly and we almost failed. India also failed at that time, but we came back again. And now
help the world.
Yes, absolutely, help the world. I think that is very important because we need to unite together to uplift each other. And that's how economically and politically every country will vast, and we will increase our hands towards helping other countries and the nations.
Which India has been doing commendably.
course.
In fact, when we speak of India's global influence, we must speak about the soft power. And Bollywood has been one of the soft powers, isn't it? There are actors such as Priyanka Chopra Jonas, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. They're all being recognized as global citizens. Do you think we should recognize that as well, the contribution of Indian cinema as a soft power tool?
Well, my first time to US, living in New York all alone, I have realized that people have a very soft corner for Bollywood, and they love the music, the movies and everything related to Indian cinema. Even the history, when I was talking about the Indian culture, saris, the cinema and how it all grew up, and how India cinema makes like around 1,000 movies every year, and that's huge, huger than Hollywood also.
Absolutely.
So it plays a very influential part in everyone's life, irrespective of your profession. And I got this opportunity today to go to paramilitary events, and how I saw that they were singing, they were showcasing their amazing talents, and they were singing Bollywood songs. So imagine it's universal. Everyone is loving the culture, but not to forget to mention about the fact that entertainment also helps to uplift, to spread awareness about stigmas and to break that. There's so many movies that have been recreated by Hollywood, and so many movies created by Bollywood from Hollywood. And I think that's vice versa. And I have seen how people in US and other countries, especially when I was at the stage of Miss Universe organization, when I was there with all the girls, I realized how everybody wants to learn something in Hindi. They were grooving on Bollywood songs, Punjabi songs, and I think that just
You popularized Chak De Fatte.
Well, there's a long story behind it.
Tell us.
Well, my national director, Natasha Grover, she was the first one who said it to me, and long back, even when I was not even the winner from India. I remember I was just walking towards the personal interview room, and she said, Harnaaz, Chak De Fatte. Like, she has seen me long back since 2017, when I was just never giving up, even after so many failures. So for her, saying Chak De Fatte is that, go, get it, just, this is, you know, like, just give your best. And she didn't know, she just said it in the flow to empower all the young girls who were trying to participate. But for me, it has always stayed so deep in my heart. And that was the first thing I said after winning. Whenever I felt low, and to everyone I meet, I just say that.
What do you say?
I say, Chak De Fatte, go girl, get it. This is meant for you. Don't let anything stop you. That's how I used to manifest, even whenever I used to feel low, overwhelmed. And that mantra worked. So she's the lady behind it.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. In fact, you had earlier talked about Bollywood music, and I found that very interesting, because the popularity of Bollywood music, that too extends India's influence in the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely, that's the music, the theme, the songs. Like, Bollywood is known highly because of its musical, you know, aura and everything. And I've seen so many videos on Instagram how people from different communities coming together to celebrate the songs, and how it is getting so much appreciation. And I think that's beautiful. When I go and they ask me to play some Punjabi songs wherever I'm shooting all around the world, I think that makes me feel so confident about the fact that I'm leaving something behind from my culture, from my nation. And that's what is my real motto, that wherever, no matter whoever is there, is around the world, they remember me for, like, that girl, she's Indian, and
Take a bit of India with you.
she just left something to remind us, and that makes them crave to come back to India for something. That has always been my thing, because India is known for Atithi Devo Bhava, welcoming guests. So that is all what I want to do, representing the universe, of course, and representing my community, and to make everyone feel that you need to come here. You will feel like home.
This is exactly what India really stands for, and perhaps which is why you're the perfect ambassador. But you've also been very passionate about Nari Shakti. You've recently launched one of the initiatives as well for menstrual equity. Tell us a bit about that.
Absolutely. 2 days back, when I was in Mumbai, I'm so grateful and honored to say this, that we announced our coalition with Plan India, Changing Our World, DDP for Good, Miss Universe organization, Mr. Arunachalam, aka Patman. We all came together to fulfill my dream and lots of other women's dream about menstrual equity. And I think it's very important because my mom, being a gynecologist, she has made it so important in my life that how she has contributed by following a noble profession to empower women and to teach them about their menstruation and feminine hygiene. And it's so important to take care of your own health. It ignited the fire in me that I also want to do something. I want to follow my passion and inspire people and to break stigmas related to menstruation. It's not a taboo, it's not untouchability, but all the women out there who are watching this, they need to stand and they need to support us. You know, together we can change the whole world. So I'm just so excited because we are going to announce the pad machine in Delhi in the upcoming days, and it's going to be something new and exciting.
And where are these pad machines going to be available? I believe you intend it not to be just launched in India, but across the world you want to help women.
Yes, absolutely. I think I want to support women of all color. And I believe that we will be going to Philippines and a lot of other countries. In that way, we will be giving an opportunity to young women for their livelihood and of course pads, and teaching them, educating them so that there should not be any period poverty. So it's our vision to reach out to around 5 million girls by 2025 in India and 500 million girls all around the world. And I believe it's possible when all the women out there and men supports us. We can do it together, change our world.
So with that, we need to slip into a short break. But of course, Harnaaz Sandhu continues to be here with us here on Times Network. So stay tuned for more. So what is your message to the global Indian community? How do you think that we can all come together to build a better, not just India, but a better world as well?
Absolutely. I think that's a very beautiful question. India, I think, wherever we go, we get that respect and designation, and I think we need to unite together all around the world, and especially the young generation, they need to be more focused towards the political and economic situation, not only within their countries, but all around the world, and to educate themselves so that they can be the better future of our countries. And at the same time, spreading awareness, using the social media, the power of technology in the right way possible, because the future depends upon them, and it's now to take actions. And I think we need to all unite together to start spreading awareness and break stigmas.
It's very important because here you said, and you're someone who's been living in New York now, how is the Indian community received there in international places? You've traveled quite a bit now. What do Indians bring to the world, if I can say, bring to a community? For example, you being in New York.
Oh wow, I'll say one thing in Hindi. Jahan bhi jaate hain, Shah jaate hain. And I was so happy to see Indian community in US. I felt like family, and I could see how they are representing the culture. They're representing their ideology and how they're contributing in every decision which is taken globally. And I think that's a very proud moment and a lot of responsibility, because you are known as the whole India, irrespective of wherever you are. And I think it was such a pleasure for me to meet my Indian community, my other half of the family there in US, and I'm looking forward to meet them all around the world.
Are you very proud when you go out there as an ambassador of India and everything that India today stands for, to represent all of that? Does it make you very proud in the global stage?
It makes me very humble. It makes me grateful. I think it's a lifetime opportunity for me to make the most out of it. And I know most of you might think that it's glamorous, it's about being the attention seeker, wherever you're going, looking the best, but it's a lot of responsibility. This crown is beautiful, but it comes with a lot of responsibility. So I need to make sure that definitely India needs to be the best version when I am being in any country all around the world. But at the same time, I have the pressure of universe also. So I need to be globally, I'm a global citizen now. Yes. And I need to be very wise with my words, very wise with my actions, because there are so many young individuals who are falling up to me. And I want to make the most out of it by leaving something impactful and creating my own legacy.
In fact, as Miss Universe, what are your priorities in ensuring that this is going to be a better world? We talked about Nari Shakti and several other initiatives also you've been involved with.
Absolutely. Well, menstrual equity is something which is close to my heart, and it's my prime advocacy. But along with that, Smile Train is one of the organizations which has been working towards cleft surgeries, free cleft surgeries all around the world, and they have served more than 1 lakh cleft surgeries within India, and that's huge. Tomorrow I will be going to one of the segments of Smile Train organization, and I'm very excited and kind of nervous, to be honest. And then there's so many organizations that Miss Universe has been working with from a very long time, and all the Miss Universes have been working. Now it's my time to shine and make the most out of it regarding HIV, regarding God's love, we deliver, and they deliver free foods to people who are going through some deadly diseases or allergies, and then Best Buddies for Down syndrome, Global Citizen, which is working globally of every issue. And I think there are so many things that I have been incredibly working on and meeting marvelous individuals and to learn from them. So just stay tuned. There's so much to happen in the world.
There's a whole lot more that we can expect from Harnaaz Sandhu, but that crown is beautiful, and give us a quick look at it. I hope that the cameras are going to be zooming in. That's the beautiful crown. But this crown comes with responsibility, doesn't it, Harnaaz? What do you feel when you wear this crown? Because it's not just a crown, of course. It's beautiful, but also everything that it stands for, whatever it represents. Is that times when you feel overwhelmed with the responsibilities also which come along with it?
Wow, I love that question. Definitely for me, the crown is the whole universe. And the stone for me is to stay grounded. You know,
Can you hold it up a bit? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So the
You can show it
stone,
towards
the stone for me, I'm saying that. Well, that what really makes me feel confident about the crown. When I used to manifest, I used to think this crown, this color of the crown will always make me feel grounded, humble, and makes me feel connected to the roots. That's how I'm going to fly high. And it's about womanhood, sisterhood, empowerment, courage, strength to make the most out of the life. And, you know, just वो कहते हैं ना आग लगा देनी है. So this crown is that for me. This crown is the impactful crown for me to make the most out of it, which has given me the voice, platform to change the world. And I can proudly call myself and every individual out there that we can together be the change makers. And that's what this crown
You must wear that, because for very, very long, India had to wait to get this crown back home. And of course, we love to have an Indian wear this crown.
Oh my God. Okay.
There you have it, Harnaaz Sandhu. Now, she is someone who's wearing that crown very responsibly. As she said, that it means a whole lot to her.
Absolutely.
When you go out, how do Indians that you meet outside, how do they meet you? How do they react to you? Do they feel really proud that one of ours is now today representing the world?
I love that question because I could actually feel it, how they used to call me.
I feel that too, by the way.
So the first individual that I met when I landed in New York was an Indian, and he was like, India, and he was like, I'm a Punjabi too, and he was just shouting, and that made me feel like I'm in India already, even I was in New York. And I think we have a different power, you know, a different josh, enthusiasm, and wherever we go, we make sure that we make each other comfortable. So whenever they used to see me, they used to be like, oh, hamari beti, hamari sherni, hamari bachchi. And that's such a beautiful thing for me. I mean, for them, it could be just a word. For me, it means everything.
Vindication of everything that you work towards.
Yes.
And hopefully also fuel you to work further, because this is the country that you love. This is the world that you're now going to be working towards.
Absolutely, you're right. Because when people appreciate your work, when they support you, you want to give more back to the society and get back, because it's give and take. And when people appreciate about you doing well or anything, and they have so many hopes and expectations, it makes me more confident, and it makes my vision more clear that I want to do better and make everyone proud and just make the most out of this time that I've gotten.
Well, you've done a commendable job so far, Harnaaz, and we are obviously very proud of you. Now you're wearing that crown, as you said, it's a crown of responsibilities and what you want to do. From here onwards, what do we expect to hear about Harnaaz Sandhu? What's going to be your way forward?
Well, I think you might see me as speaking a lot, as being the spokesperson, as I said. and supporting other women because I need their support at the same time, focusing on my advocacy, menstrual equity, and you will see me having a lot of fun at the same time and just saying India wherever I go and leaving something behind. So I'm more than excited to start my journey and in different countries and to meet a lot of individuals, to learn from their culture and give it back. And stay tuned for that. You need to stay tuned for this lovely journey.
And I must ask you this. I promise this is the final question, but I must ask you this. Because you've spoken about your family, your ethics, your values. Does that help you in carrying forward these duties? What is it that you take from your environment, your value system, India's value system? What do you take away with you? And when you go and represent India at the world stage?
Absolutely. Something that I've learned from my community, from my nation, has added up into my values. And it makes me realize that how grateful and humble and open I need to be by welcoming everyone and showcasing my culture and all that India has gotten, I need to give it. So definitely my family, my country, and how they have supported me, it made me more humble towards my aim and to achieve that. So it's whenever people say that you did it, I said no, we together did it. India did it with their support, with their values, with the culture and all the learnings that I've gotten. It has been so informative for me that I have to give it back to society, and that's how people represent me, or I would say I represent myself, and how they have the ideology towards me. So I think it plays a very important part in my life because that's how India is: beautiful, humble, welcoming, and colorful.
And it's interesting. That's exactly what I would say about you as well. Those are the exact synonyms that one would want to use for you, and that's perhaps why it's just perfect that you're the one representing India. You have all the qualities that we want to embody, and of course this is something that we hope is just going to be the beginning of a very long story of empowerment, of making the world a better place. You're working on initiatives which are going to help not just India, the entire world is going to benefit from this. So congratulations, Harnaaz, for everything that you've done, but more importantly, best of luck for everything that you are about to do from here. It's been a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, likewise. Shukriya.